Hisuian Zoroark will be available to use in Generation 9 with the release of Pokemon Home. This has been a heavily requested Pokemon, and one of the most talked about Hisuian forms coming to the Paldea region. Will it be as much of a game changer in competitive singles as people think? Let's take a look. I've made videos already about some of the other Hisui Pokemon, such as Lilligant, Basculegion, and Kleavor. Check those out if you're interested, and I'd appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed to the channel for more informative content about the upcoming Hisui Pokemon and more. Believe it or not, folks, the original Zoroark was a similarly hot topic when the community first found out about it in Gen 5. The new ability Illusion was a concept we'd never seen before. The ability to disguise yourself as another Pokemon was worrying and had potentially game-breaking possibilities. However, the community soon realized that the Pokemon wasn't great. Illusion may catch people off guard sometimes, but it usually doesn't achieve much. The addition of Team Preview in Gen 5 removed some of the surprise value. When using Zoroark, Showdown allows you to choose your team order as a way to select who to disguise as. The last Pokemon in your party will be the one that Zoroark disguises as. Zoroark does not reveal itself when it uses an attack, but when it receives damage, it reveals itself as Zoroark to the enemy. Even with this novel ability, as a Pokemon on its own merits outside of this, Zoroark was quite weak for the higher power level of Gen 5. Hisuian Zoroark has the same exact stats and ability as the original, but with one very important difference: its new type combination. Normal Ghost is a type combination we've never seen before, and it is an amazing one. This type combination is basically like being a Ghost type but better, and Ghost is already one of the strongest types in the game. The normal typing provides an immunity to Ghost, which is one of your weaknesses, with no downside, since you're already immune to fighting as a Ghost type, the only type that normal is weak to. This type combination has only one weakness: Dark type. However, if a Pokemon has the ability Scrappy, they can still hit you super effectively with fighting attacks. So, this is a pretty enormous upgrade from Zoroark's simple mono Dark typing. Not only will this enhance the Pokemon with its 3 type immunities and almost no weaknesses, as well as the valuable Ghost and normal Stab types, this type combination also enhances your ability, Illusion. With all these immunities, disguising yourself as something weak to normal, fighting, or Ghost can force your opponent to play a guessing game. Imagine a situation where the enemy shed tails to what appears to be Roaring Moon. This could truly be Roaring Moon, or it could be Hisuian Zoroark in disguise. A fighting type move would break the sub against Roaring Moon, but Zoroark would be immune to it. A dark type move would break the sub against Zoroark, but Roaring Moon would resist it. How exactly are you supposed to handle this situation? You could even disguise yourself as another Ghost type. Using Shadow Ball would make you appear like that Ghost type and not reveal yourself. If they try to use a Ghost move against you, you'd be immune to it. This can introduce some serious guessing games, and with Terra in the mix as well, the shenanigans could get even further out of hand. Bitter Malice is Hisuian Zoroark's signature move, a 75 power Ghost special attack with a 100% chance to lower the enemy's attack stat by 1 stage. This is a solid move that could be useful on bulkier setup sets. Hisuian Zoroark gets access to Substitute and Calm Mind, with Calm Mind boosting its special bulk and Bitter Malice effectively increasing its physical bulk. This could be a solid option. It's only slightly weaker than Shadow Ball too. Hisuian Zoroark's defensive stats aren't great, but with free setup turns through your immunities, disguise mind games, and support from teammates, this could work. This Pokemon also has access to the Will-O-Wisp and Hex combo, which is always good. There's quite a few different ways to go about using this Pokemon, and it'll be interesting to see what sets people come up with and what ends up being the most effective. This is a difficult Pokemon to evaluate. Much like the original Zoroark, it could turn out to be nothing more than a gimmick and be too weak for the Gen 9 power level. Its stats aren't great compared to some of the top threats running around at the moment, and the release of Home will introduce even more heavy hitters. But this amazing new type combo is a huge buff that enhances Zoroark's utility and the effectiveness of its disguise ability. I'm gonna say that I think this Pokemon will end up in UU, but still have enough utility to be usable in OU in some situations. I believe the power level will just be a bit much for this Pokemon to compete with its contemporaries and be a dominant force, even with all the utility of its new type combination. But seeing this Pokemon in the enemy's team preview will change how you play. You will live in a state of perpetual fear, knowing that anybody, no matter how harmless they may look, could be the Red Spy in disguise.
He could be in this very room. He could be you. He could be me. He could even be...
But what do you think? Will Hisuian Zoroark infiltrate the Paldea region and successfully steal the enemy intelligence? Or will its disguise fail? What Pokemon are you looking forward to using the most after the release of Home? And what would you like me to talk about next? Let me know down below in the comments, and thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel for more Gen 9 gameplay, discussion, and informative content. Thank you to the patrons. If you'd like to see a team that you built feature in one of my videos, or request a video topic for me to cover, take a look at my Patreon link in the description for more information.
The money got different, 'cause of what I'm spending. The money got different,
Oh, it's
'cause of what I'm
Megaphone!
spending.
Whoa!
The money
KO'd
got
by one
different,
hit! It
'cause
scattered
of what I'm
spikes!
spending. The money got different, 'cause of what I'm spending.